again, everyone. I'm Paul the Nitro Skywers, and welcome to another edition of the Nitro Corner. Today is Saturday, and it's time for part 2 of our weekend report. We'll start off with the SmackDown report, and then the Nitro Top 10 for this week. So let's begin with SmackDown. It happened once again from Mexico City, Mexico, and it began with Alberto Del Rio coming out to a huge ovation, and he stated that because of what happened to John Cena last night, or this past Monday on Raw, Alberto Del Rio did not want to risk any more further injury before defending his championship against John Cena Vengeance. That's when Theodore Long came out there and said that your doctors cleared you to wrestle tonight on SmackDown. So he brought it up to the audience. Do you want to see Alberto Del Rio wrestle? Of course they do. So he books Alberto Del Rio to take on The Big Show, and it certainly was an interesting main event. I'll tell you more about that in just a little bit. But the match was set, Del Rio versus The Big Show, in the main event tonight on SmackDown. Then, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, defeated John Morrison in a relatively interesting matchup. Mark Henry now has momentum as he takes on The Big Show at Vengeance for the WWE, for the World's Heavyweight title. Next up, Wade Barrett defeated Daniel Bryan. I don't know why they are really submarining Daniel Bryan's career. Daniel Bryan is a great piece of talent. He can carry anyone, and he is the Money in the Bank winner. Why are they submarining his career? It is absolutely ridiculous. Sorry about that, excuse me. It's absolutely ridiculous. Something needs to be done about that. Daniel Bryan deserves better than what he's getting the last few weeks. Next up, Sheamus and Mr. Long Island Iced Tea himself, Zack Ryder, defeated Christian and the Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler. Good win for Sheamus, who will take on Christian at Vengeance, and also for Long Island Iced Tea, Zack Ryder, as he will challenge Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental title at Vengeance. It was announced last night on SmackDown. Next up, Cody Rhodes coming out there saying, I exposed Randy Orton for what he is, a liar and a manipulator, and I, with the paper bag put on him, he exposed the ugliness out of him. Orton comes out there next and states that the beating he got a couple weeks ago on SmackDown pales in comparison to what he's going to do at Vengeance. He gets in the ring, Cody runs, he delivers his two bag boys to him, to Orton, who delivers RKOs to both men. It seems like Cody Rhodes is on the run as he will have to take on Randy Orton at Vengeance this Sunday on pay-per-view. Next up, it was Mask versus Mask as Sin Cara Azul, the good guy, defeated Sin Cara Negra, the bad guy, in the Mask versus Mask match. I don't know who that wrestler is that was unmasked Monday night, but he was unmasked. Sin Cara Azul, the real Sin Cara, victorious in that one, and that brings an end to that particular feud. And then in the main event, The Big Show defeated Alberto Del Rio by countout. Two impressive things came out of this. Number one, The Big Show broke Alberto Del Rio's cross arm breaker by picking him up and flinging him across. And then number two, most impressive of all, the man is a knockout artist. He is such a knockout artist. First off, he took on Mr. Rodriguez, knocked him out cold. Del Rio turns around, boom, down goes Del Rio, flatter than a pancake, but most impressive. Mark Henry tries to come in there and cheat shot the Big Show from behind. Big Show laid him out right across to the chops, knocked him on his can, out cold, and made Floyd Mayweather look like an amateur. That man is a knockout artist. I'm telling you, the power of the punch is probably going to be the difference at Vengeance. Tremendous show of effort from the knockout artist, The Big Show. I sat there and watched that. It's like, dang, he knocked him out as if he owed him money. He owed him money on that particular knockout shot. And that ended for SmackDown this week. It was a pretty good show with a Big Show knocking out all three men, Mr. Rodriguez, Alberto Del Rio, and especially Mark Henry, proving that he is a knockout artist. Next, now that SmackDown's out of the way, it's time for the Nitro Top 10 for this week. So let's get started. Number 10 this week is Alberto Del Rio. Yes, he had a confrontation with John Cena Monday in Mexico City, and then in the same area Friday night he lost by disqualification to the Big Show and got knocked out. Number 9 is Long Island Ice-T, Zack Ryder. He earned a win in a tag team matchup this week, and he earned himself an Intercontinental title match against Dolph Ziggler at Vengeance. Number 8 this week is Randy Orton. Randy Orton is surprised there as he lays out two men with the Bagman with the RKO. Well, unfortunately for Randy, he's now mired in a feud with Cody Rhodes this week. Excuse there for a moment. Number 7 this week is John Cena. John Cena teamed up with JR to defeat Alberto Del Rio and Michael Cole this past Monday night on Raw as he prepares to meet Alberto Del Rio in a last man standing match at Vengeance. Number 6 this week is Sin Cara Azul. He won the mask versus mask match and exposed Sin Cara Negra for his true identity. Number 5 is the knockout artist, The Big Show. He earned a disqualification victory over Alberto Del Rio before laying him, Mr. Rodriguez, as well as Mark Henry, laid him out with the knockout shot. That was very impressive. Number 4 this week is Sting. He defeated Hulk Hogan at Bound for Glory, regained control of TNA, turned it back to Dixie Carter, brought back the real Hulk Hogan, and now is the commissioner of day-to-day operations for TNA. Number 3 this week is Robert Roode. He came oh so close to winning the TNA World Heavyweight title. Unfortunately, that was the only shot he got at it, but a great effort by Robert Roode at Bound for Glory. Number 2 this week is the brand new TNA Knockouts champion, Velvet Sky, my girl, scoring an impressive victory over Mickie James, winner, and Madison Rayne, the Queen Bee, to win the Knockouts title. Give it up for my homegirl, straight up keeping it real. Velvet Sky, my girl, winning the Knockouts title. And now we have a brand new number 1 wrestler in the Nitro Top 10. And that particular person is the brand new TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm, who came out of nowhere to beat the world's strongest man, to beat Kurt Angle, the Olympian, to become the brand new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Great victory and a major upset. Congratulations to James Storm, the number 1 wrestler in this week's Nitro Top 10. And that is it for this edition of the Nitro Corner's Weekend Report. Don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow with the classic match of the week and the return of the booking sheet for Vengeance tomorrow night on pay-per-view. Until then, I'm Paul the Nitro Skyver saying so long, everybody.